What up, yo, talk? Today's video, I want to talk about transhumanism, right? So, I've been, dropped like topics about this. And, some people got the message, some people didn't get the message, you know. Maybe, I guess my channel probably wasn't big enough at the time. Maybe people heard the message and didn't take it seriously. Maybe people just brushed it off, like whatever the case may be. Some people actually may take heed to it. But I'm explaining these things because I want you to see what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying? Not with these two eyes, but with your third eye. Like, I want you to see, like, what's going on. Like, people can see it, but people see things, like everybody see things differently, and they interpret things differently. Like we could all be seeing the same thing, but it's gonna process to everybody differently. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like everybody see what's going on. You might have a couple that might, try to brush it off. Everybody had those moments like, nah, did I really see that? Or am I tweaking? Like, did that really just happen? You have one of those moments where you be like, I don't know, I think I'm just brush it off, But it's just like everybody's seeing the same thing and everybody expressing it differently, just like with knowledge or, spiritual knowledge, whatever you want to call it. Like, I deliver my message differently than what somebody else would deliver their message. You see what I'm saying? Everybody different. Everybody interprets things differently. Everybody processes things differently. You see what I'm saying? So with the transhumanism stuff, like, this stuff is going on around you. Like you see stuff, right? Like everything is a sign and a symbol, right? Like a house. A house is a symbol. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. A tree is a symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different things. Like the sky, that's a sign. Like people, like, what you mean by that? I mean by that it's a sign because the signs are in the sky. Like the hints, the warnings, they're in the sky. That's a sign. A house is a symbol. You know what I'm saying? It symbolizes shelter. You see what I'm saying? It symbolizes protection. A tree. It symbolizes growth. It symbolizes nature. It symbolizes life. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm going, right? So it's like this stuff that's going around you, signs and symbols. Like, you ever seen like a bank or something? Like, you ran past a bank and it's a bank that's open to the public. But the thing about it is, it's not open to the public all the way because it's a bank that people go to collect their money and go collect their check. If they sold, they sold. You see what I'm saying? So like average people, well, not even average people, people that didn't sell they sold, people that have light within them, they can't go in that place. And I'm just using this as an example. Like, it's just things on an everyday basis. Like, you can see a bank, it's a regular bank. The whole time you can't even go in that bank because you're not a part of that group. Just using that as an example. But with this transhumanism stuff, and I've been explaining this, just like in the Kid Boo video, I didn't talk about transhumanism, but I talked about cloning, and that's like pretty much the same difference. And I'm explaining this because I want people to see what I'm seeing. People seeing it, but they interpreting it differently, like I just said. But you need to see that this stuff is real because you need to know what's going on. I know people are like, are you beating around the bush? I'm not beating around the bush. I just want to explain this. Like, like, I don't even know what to call it. I want to get a rundown before I actually give my point so we can be on the same page. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, go straight to it. So now, I talked about this with the clones. They got these things called holotapes, which they hold memories, right? It's just like a floppy disk, but it's this other thing that holds memories. Yeah. They hold memories and shit, but it goes like in their head. It's like some type of thing that like goes in their head. It's a holotape. And they have this on Fallout New Vegas. They have this on all the Fallout games, but it's really big in Fallout New Vegas. And the thing about it is they telling you, Bethesda, they telling you. And I love Bethesda. They so fucking awesome. Like, they giving people the hints of what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So they telling you. like in the TV shows and all that, right? So these transhumanism robots, or whatever you want to call them, they take these holotapes as well, right? You see what I'm saying? Meaning, like, it's just like a remote control. It takes batteries. These synthetic robots, you know, robotoids, just like Terminator or whatever, they take these holotapes. You see what I'm saying? So they telling you, but they hasn't telling you what the fuck going on. I just have to make that connection. Just like the cartoons, they telling you what's going on, and nobody paying attention. So basically, the people that you next to, you working with, or whatever, they can be a clone. They could be a transhumanism robot. I don't know what else to call them. They could be a robotoid, a synthetic, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And in this video, I'm gonna tell you like how to tell if somebody's a real human. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're around these clones, right? They could be a clone. They could be a transhumanism robot. They could be a synthetic, reptilian, whatever. Right? When you're around these things, I don't want to call them people. They look like people, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? And these things, right? They have no expression. They have no soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really like laugh at jokes. Like, you don't feel an energy from them. Like, you ever been around somebody, you stand around somebody, you talking to them, you know, whatever, but you don't feel a life force from them. You don't feel that ether. You don't feel a life force. You don't feel electricity. That's not a human. That's the biggest one, because we have solar plexus in our stomach. Real talk. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't feel no ether from them, that's a big red flag, a big sign that lets you know that that's not a human. Two, they don't have, like, they have like a soulless look in their eye. And what do I mean by that? A soulless look in their eye means that they don't have like that. They don't have like that sparkle in their eye. They don't have like that glisten. Like, you ever look at somebody, like, when you look at a real human, right? You can tell somebody a real human when you look in their eye and you see like a spark. It's like a glow in their eyes. Like, people know what I'm talking about. Like, if you really paying attention, you really on this journey, you know what I'm talking about. When you look people in their eyes, real people, they have like a glisten in their eye. They have like a star. Like, it's like you can see the soul in their eyes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like a sparkle in their eyes. You see what I'm saying? That's a real human. And these synthetic clones, whatever you want to call them, they don't have that. It's just like a dull look in their eyes. Like, there's nothing behind that. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. And these things are programmed just like computers. Computers are modeled after the human body. So if the computers are modeled after human bodies, and these things are like basically fucking walking computers, what makes you think they can't program a fucking clone to act like a human? Put the basic program in this clone. Do this, do this. What do average people do? Why do you think they do these surveys and take tests on people? And you see, when I got to this part, an airplane want to go past. But people, they don't think about this shit. All this shit is synchronicity. I'm telling you, all this is synchronicity. And then the police, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, like 6 squad cars just roll past. You see what I'm saying? It's synchronicity. All this shit is synced up. But when I talk about that, you see what I'm saying? You see all this noise coming when I'm talking about that, they're trying to distract me. But like I was saying, they don't have no life force. You see what I'm saying? They don't have no ether. And these people are emotionless. Like, they don't care. Like, they're very evil, narcissistic. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. So that's a big sign. And you could be around these people, but like, when you're around a reptilian, they're more sadistic, I should say. You know, they're more ready to attack. You see what I'm saying? They're ready to attack in a different way. Like, you ever been around somebody, you can feel their energy, and you just feel like a snakish type of energy. That's really what a reptilian is. And sometimes if you look at a reptilian eye, you could catch they fucking eyes like jump to like the reptilian look eye with the slit, and then jump back to like a human eye. You can catch that. Why you think all these people be seeing that shit on TV? That shit real. The reptilian is the human skin. You know, they different. You know what I'm saying? These insectillians, they move like insects. They act like insects. Like, you ever been around somebody and act like an insect? You got hierarchy insects like ants, bumblebees, hornets, you know, wasps, and all these other, well, they animals, because insects are animals. You know, these other animals, these other insects, You know, they have a higher IQ because they speak through telepathy. They have antennas. They speak through waves and frequencies that freaks can see. You see what I'm saying? And they carry themselves differently. But then you got those other type of bugs that's just nasty, like roaches, centipedes, and all this other shit. They nasty. You see what I'm saying? You see some people that live like that. They live nasty. They act like roaches. They live like roaches. These are insects. These are insectillians around you. They just a human skin, just like in Men in Black. What did they have? When the farmer dude, he went outside and the UFO came, the insectillian, that big ass roach that came out, that's an insectillian. It's a bigger version of a roach. It's a bigger version of an insect. It ate his inside and took his skin. These things are walking around you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They live like bugs. These people that live like bugs, them insectillians. Then you got people that actually act like bugs and live like bugs, but on a higher wave. Like, you got some people, how they function and think, they map out. Like, they like weird like this. Like, but they so like intelligent and smart, but they not humans. Like, they don't really have a life force at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, they act like bugs. They be ready to attack at times too. Real talk, I'm giving you the truth. Motherfuckers ain't ready. I'm telling you, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. I'm explaining this to you because it's a step-by-step process. I want you to know what's going on. Why do you think they came out with the cartoon Futurama? Like I told you, when Fry was in the year 2000, what year are we in? 2018. Okay, it's still the 2000s. It's not 2000, but it's still 2018, right? So he got frozen in the year 2000. He got unfrozen in the year 3000. And in the year 3000, everything is walking around, right? Everything's walking around. Robots, aliens, insects, you know what I'm saying? All type of different weird shit. You had some humans still walking around, you know, different shit. And what was Fry Uncle doing? I forgot his name. But what was he doing? Cloning. He cloned his son. Remember? He cloned Hermes' son. All that. I'm telling you, man, y'all better wake up. They telling you this shit. I'm just breaking it down to you. It's more deeper shit that's going on. Like, I'm talking about Moore's law. You know, getting your own land. All that, getting into nature, all that. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. I got a lot of different videos, but shit, I've been busy. I'm trying to make things happen for myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, the spiritual journey, when you walk it, is deep. It's not a game. You know, people take the spiritual journey, it's not a game. This shit will kick your ass if you're not ready. That's why the 13th son said you gotta stay afloat. You have to stay afloat. When things get crazy and things start to get crazy in these waters, because we really live in the waters, like air is water, it's just a gas form of water, right? You see what I'm saying? It's just a gas form. It's vapor, it's air. You know what I'm saying? It's still water, but it's in a different form. It's a different matter. You see what I'm saying? So we live in like Bikini Bottom. We living in the ocean, because as above, so below. As within, so without. Like, the sky is really the ocean, and the ocean is really the sky. Real shit. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling motherfuckers, man. I'm telling motherfuckers what's really going on. It's the truth. Wake the damn up.